Come on, lads and lasses, get in. Newcastle United have finished our first game of the Premier League season at St James's Park. Newcastle United 1, Southampton 0. And of course, in true Newcastle United fashion, it has to be controversy there. There has to be drama there. In the opening day game, Newcastle have to play with 10 men to see out a 1-0 win against Southampton, of course, because Fabian Shaw was sent off in the opening area of the game around 29th minute mark. Fabs, of course, got sent off, and it shouldn't have been a red card because Bertrand Diaz of Southampton play acted on an incident in the game. Of course, he came into the back of Shaw, pushed him to the ground. Shaw, of course, got up off the ground, walked towards him, and just gently put his head towards Bertrand Diaz. Diaz used that as a way to say that he got headbutted. Pawson, of course, the referee in today's game, just completely and utterly fell for it. Give the red card to Fabs. Fabs was off, and Bertrand Diaz only picked up a yellow now. To be honest, rightfully, Shaw obviously shouldn't have went with his head towards him, but Bertrand Diaz should have also not done what he did neither. So for me, it was probably a yellow at best for both players. But of course, the overreaction from Craig Pawson, obviously, he sends Newcastle United Fabian Shaw off, and he only gives the yellow to Bertrand Diaz. Then it was Joelinton, the Brazilian boy, Big Joe, one day after his birthday, banging in the goal for Newcastle to see us win the game. And just before half-time as well, some fantastic defensive resiliency as well by Newcastle in the game to hold on for as long as we did throughout the game. Like I say, Fabs went off on the 29th minute and we had to play for the remainder of the game, with 10 men. So that shows some real defensive resiliency there by Newcastle to hold firm and secure a clean sheet as well in the game. Nicky Pope's performance was absolutely fantastic. He didn't put a foot wrong in the game. Crucial saves, right, left and centre, and preserved the lead forward in the game. And Southampton, I've got to say, they did create chances, but couldn't really find a way past our resilient defence, just absolutely solid at the back. But we did well in defence today. We did really well. And when you consider, that there was a man down in the game, we only were playing with 10 men, we did really, really well to continue to play on for as long as we did like that. Obviously now we are in a little bit of a dilemma because Fabian Shaw was our only right-sided centre-back, so that means that we definitely need to bring in a right-sided centre-back now because Fabs is going to miss the next 3 games. So we definitely need to bring in a defensive right-sided centre-back. So obviously the Guehi deal will be key. According to reports going around, the final bid, what I said was the final bid, got rejected. Newcastle, according to reports from Alonso Matia, saying that Newcastle have put in yet another bid, this time 65 million plus 5 million add-ons, so that takes it to 70 million. Hopefully that will be enough to see Mark Guehi join. If not, then I'm definitely sure that that will be the final bid Newcastle United will put in for Mark Guehi. But we definitely need to see a right-sided centre-back coming in now with Fabs being sent off in the game today. But I've got to say, well played the lads. Fantastic game. Brilliant performance by them. And a little bit of a touch on Anthony Gordon. He did seem a little bit out of it today, but it is expected. He did go away to the Euros to play with England. Not that he got to play with England. He only got a couple of minutes, of course, as we all know. But I'm sure, Anthony Gordon will get straight back up to speed in the coming weeks, and be ready to go again like he did last season forward. But let us know your thoughts anyway down in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see you all for the next one, and however, lads.